surprise.
It is? Really?
I am so excited you are here. I literally have had butterflies in my stomach since Saturday. I'm not kidding. Every time I thought about this presentation, flip. Then Sunday I would think about this presentation, flip. Like, you know, have you ever been on a roller coaster? And you're at the top and then you go, woo, down? That's what my stomach's been doing since Saturday. Because I'm so excited that you're here. And I'm so excited to share something that's kind of a passion of mine. So let's get started. We're going to be talking about bullying. Things that are true about bullying, the things that are a myth about bullying. Not true, but we think are true. All right. Okay, so why are we talking about this? Why did I drag you into the cafeteria at 9 o'clock in the morning to talk about bullying? Well, number one, because myself, Mr. Campbell, Miss Naylor, Miss Lather, Miss Sutter, Miss Pulfer, everybody in the school cares about you guys. That's why we're teachers, because we really love kids. We care about you. We want you to be successful and happy, because we want you to be prepared for middle school. This is a big year. You guys are the big dogs right now. Dude, it's over after this. You're a low man on the totem pole in middle school. Yeah, you got to start all over. 6th grade, you're the little guys again, right? So we want to help you get prepared for middle school. We want you to be happy and successful in life as much as you possibly can be. I know life is tough sometimes. I've had some hard times, but there is a lot of happiness and success out there too. And we want you to reach as much of it as you possibly can. Get as much of that. Last but not least, this is so important. This topic about bullying is so important. If you learn anything at this school, if you learn something today that's going to help you be successful and happy and get prepared for middle school, it's going to be about this. Because either you or someone you know has either been bullied, has seen bullying, has done the bullying. It happens, okay? So this is a really important topic. I want to talk to you guys about it. Okay, so what is bullying? I mean, we got to get the definition first, right? If we don't know what it truly is, how are we going to do something about it? How are we going to learn from it? Well, bullying, it's a form of aggressive behavior that is intentional. That means you mean to do it. It's hurtful. It can either be hurtful physically or mentally. And it's threatening. You're threatening that person. It's also persistent. That means it happens more than just once. Happens over and over again. And then there's an imbalance of power. One person has the power, the other person doesn't have the power. All right, so in simpler terms, it means it's when someone is treated badly on purpose. All right, so now there's something a little bit hard about this definition, because I've got 2 daughters, freshman in high school, Sophia, 7th grader at Berkshire. Sophia goes to Orange. 7th grader and my 9th grader. They love each other most of the time. And then other times, man, do they go at each other. I mean, they fight, all right? So bullying, what's the difference between fighting with someone and bullying? So sometimes Natalie is bored, or she's grumpy, or she's tired, and she'll just like look at Sophia and say, loser. Or she'll start like poking at her, or she'll start doing something, right? Because she's mad. Maybe Sophia took her favorite shirt and she's mad at her, so she kind of wants to get her back. So, you know, that type of fighting goes on in families sometimes. But bullying is a little bit different. It's not like with your sister or your mom. You're mad at your mom and you say, I hate you, which has happened to me before. Not fun. Bullying is when you really go out there and try to make somebody else feel really bad just because they're different, or you feel bad about yourself, or you're like, I don't really like him, just because of no reason, really. You're just really going out there to make somebody feel really bad. Okay? So there's a difference between you and your friend having a fight, and you're like, man, you're so mean, and seeing someone across the room and telling them, you know, you're such a joke. There's a difference there. Does that make sense? Okay. There are 3 different types of bullying. And I have these awesome 5th grade teachers. They're going to do a skit. And they're going to do a skit showing you one type of bullying there is. And I want you guys to really look and pay attention to see if you can tell what type of bullying it is. And then I'm going to get some volunteers and see if you guys can guess. All right, you guys ready?
Before they do the skits, will you please take your cards and throw them in the center of the table?
Thank you.
Throw them without hitting somebody in the face. Right. Okay. Now, eyes and ears this way.
We have multiple examples of each type of bullying because when we were brainstorming, we picked ones that we could actually see. Okay? On a regular basis, some of them.
Okay, I'm up first.
No, I'm gonna get first. No, I'm first. It's my collection. I'm first. Yes. I didn't get a K class. Oh, well, that's good.
You're up first last.
Well, you know what? You're fat and slow. That was skip line of this type. And I really don't think Mr. Campbell is fat, so.
Can I have a...
Still the same tiny bullying, just as another example that we see. We're doing 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah, those we were back. There you go.
I still don't get it.
All right, can I have a round of applause for these awesome teachers? Anybody want to guess what type of bullying that is? I saw a lot of this, some flicking, some pinching. Yeah. I'm sorry? Contact. Yeah, thank you. Very good. It's contact. It's physical. That's our first type of bullying that we're going to be talking about this morning. Okay. So first, I wanted to thank you so much for doing that survey for me. I really appreciated you guys being so honest and open about it and telling me how you felt and what was going on. In that survey, I learned that 8 of you in 5th grade have been bullied physically this year. So you have either been hit, slapped, elbowed, shouldered, which means someone slamming you with your shoulder, pushed, shoved in a hurtful or embarrassing way, kicked, restrained when you hold somebody back, pinched, or someone has either taken, stolen, damaged something that belonged to you. Okay. Now, I love the teachers, and I love that they did that funny skit, but this isn't funny. It's not funny to get pushed or shoved. It's not funny to get pinched or kicked by somebody else. Okay, so this is the first one. Any questions about physical type of bullying? All right, next. We're going to do another skit for us, guys. Oh, all right. Verbal. Okay. Okay. All right, any guesses? What type of bullying that is? We talked about physical contact, where we actually touch somebody. Julian? They did include some cyberbullying, and we will talk about that, yep. And then what else? What else, Layo?
Is that harassment?
Yes, it's verbal harassment, okay? So the next one that we're talking about is verbal and nonverbal. All right, so verbal and nonverbal includes actually saying the insults. They're coming out of your mouth. That's the verbal part. But there's the nonverbal too, where you actually write it. Like you write it on your iPhone, you write it on a note, you write it somewhere. Like Mrs. Pulver's clothes stink, or whatever it is that they were talking about. So you're actually saying it or you're writing it somewhere. Some examples of verbal are name calling, insulting remarks, put downs, repeated teasing, racist remarks or other type of harassment. That's when you make fun of somebody if it's racist because of the color of their skin or where they come from. Threats, intimidation, whispering behind someone's back, and not nice things, right? Okay, some examples of nonverbal is you're actually putting all these insults on objects. You're writing them, or you're drawing a picture, you're writing it on a board, you're doing it in a bathroom stall, you're putting it somewhere in a school environment or outside of school, and then making gestures towards someone, like giving them the look or not nice gestures with your fingers and hands. You guys get my drift, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, skip 3.
So excited! I have a birthday party! Me too! Your turn, Miss Asian. So, oh my God! Well, my mom told me I can only invite my best friends. So, sorry. Come on. Wait, that was the first example.
All right, time for lunch. Gotta get in line.
Gotta be quiet, Mr. Naylor's on duty. Can you tell Mr. Campbell to save me a spot at the table? I know he's excited to table. Tell him to save me a spot.
Hey, can you tell Mr. Campbell to save Mrs. Naylor's time at the lunch table? Because I want to she wants to sit. Mr. Campbell, Mrs. Naylor wants to sit with you at the lunch table.
Oh, that's cool. I can do that.
Can I do anything nice too?
Table's full.
Thank you very much. All right, who wants to guess what type of bullying that is? Yeah. Excluding people, very good. Another word for it is social. That's when you leave people out. So, from the survey, 66% of you have been bullied in this way. 66. That means, here, this table, stand up, 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 stand up. That means that the people that are standing up right now have been bullied socially. Look around. That is too many, guys. Way too many. There should not be one single table standing up right now. This is you. This is your class. This is how many of you have been hurt by social bullying. Think about it. That's a lot. Okay, sit down. I forgot to read in the last slide. I think it was like 70% of you have been bullied verbally. So stand up, 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 stand up. That's how many of you have been bullied with words, nasty words. That's a lot too. Okay, sit down. All right, so all these things, all these types of bullying except for the physical can happen in cyberbullying. So 13% of you have been unlucky enough to be cyberbullied. Now, cyberbullied means it was done either through email, cell phones, text messaging, I want to be in your way, Instagram, Twitter, Kik, Snapchat. I'm trying to keep up. I think there's like a new Ask FM or something. Every week there's like something new, man. I can't keep up. Any type of electronic devices. So if you leave someone out, you make fun of them, you post a picture of them, anything that is humiliating, hurtful, embarrassing, that you wouldn't want that done to you, that's cyberbullying. Now, cyberbullying, boy oh boy, there's a lot of danger to cyberbullying. Number one, it is there for everyone to see. I mean, the more friends you have, more people see it, right? That's a lot. When I used to get bullied in school, it was just like the person who was bullying me and maybe 10 other people that were watching. Not anymore. I mean, my brother has like 700 friends on Facebook. I think that's nuts. But if he ever did bullying on Facebook, that's 700 people. But not just that, it's all his friends too, right? His friends' friends. I mean, it's like thousands. It multiplies. You don't see the other person's reaction. When you bully on cyberbullying, you're not seeing how you're hurting that person. When you're doing it face to face, you see how you hurt them. So there's a chance for you to feel bad about it. There's a chance for you to apologize or change. Not when you're doing it at home on your phone. Third thing, it is a cowardly act. Bullying is a cowardly act, but man, if you do it on cyberbullying, you are a coward. Because you don't even have the guts to do it face to face with that person. You're doing it in your home where no one is looking. That's what it means to be a coward. Number 4, the pain you are causing the other person is multiplied, and we've talked about this because it reaches so many people. That's just cruel. That's cruel. And once you write it, you cannot take it back. Once you post it, it is out there on web space, whatever that's called. I don't know what that's called, but you can't take it back. I mean, it's there forever. Even if you delete it afterwards, somebody else who saw it could have taken a picture of it. I can do that, and then they have it. So once you post it, it's like practically impossible to take it off, to get it off. I mean, you can delete it, but somebody else could still have it. It's long-lasting effects. Note to self, guys. If you bring a cell phone, an iPod to school, and you do cyberbullying and we hear about it, we have the right to take your phone and search through everything. Anything you have ever posted, any picture you have ever taken, any text you have ever written, we will look through everything. And you're responsible, and there will be consequences for anything you have on there. Okay? All right. Let's bust some myths. This is what I was telling you about. What's true, what's not true about bullying. Number 1, it rarely happens. It rarely happens. Well, the truth is, every 7 minutes, see, we've been in here for 25 minutes. Who can do the math for me? 25 divided by 7, Corbin.
Well, that's 3 remainder 4.
Thanks. That means 3 kids have been bullied already since I started this talk. Okay, 3 remainder 4. Thanks, Corbin. That's awesome. Every 7 minutes, a child on an elementary playground is bullied. So that means at our school here, we have 30 minutes of recess, right? So in those 30 minutes, Corbin, can you tell me how many kids are going to get bullied?
4 people.
Thank you. 4 people. Remainder 2, right? Did I get that right? Okay. 4 people in one recess. 5 times a week. That's 20. That's a lot. It does happen. Okay, myth number 2. It happens, all right, but not here at Oak Creek. Not at our school. Our school's special, right? It does. 44% of you from your survey, 5th grade students at Oak Creek, have been bullied in the last year. 44% of you. It means stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Maybe about one more. Stand up. I'm guessing here, guys. That means that everybody on this side has been bullied this year. That's a lot. At Oak Creek Elementary in Lewis Center, Ohio, 44% of you have. This breaks my heart. Okay, sit down. Thanks, guys. Now, 63% of you have actually seen bullying here at Oak Creek. So stand up, 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 stand up. Maybe one more. That means all you guys have seen it. You've seen it happen every 7 minutes on the playground. Now, even though it's not happening to you, it is still not good to see it. It still makes you feel bad. Okay, thanks. Go ahead, sit down. Okay, next myth. Take a good look at the cartoon. If you get bullied, it's your fault. It's all your fault. It's because you're different. That's why you're getting bullied. Some people actually think this. They actually believe it's their fault because they're different, and that's why they're getting bullied. Truth. Here's a quote from an unknown author. I'm not different from you, I'm different just like you. And let me make this really clear. It is not your fault. It is not your fault if you get bullied. Not once, not twice, not 5 times, not 10 times. It will never, ever be your fault if you get bullied. Never. Let's make that really clear. It is not your fault if you get bullied. It's the person that bullies you. It's them. It's all on them, not you. It's them. Okay? So now we know anyone can be bullied. Anyone can, including famous people. Here's some that have been bullied. Anybody want to guess who that is? Yeah. Vanessa Hudgens. She's an actress. She was on High School Musical. I've watched all High School Musicals because, I have daughters. I think I know all the songs too. That's kind of embarrassing. But I know the words to the songs. Vanessa Hudgens. Anybody want to try to guess why she was bullied? Yeah. You would think because she was in High School Musical, right? So they're like, oh, you're such a dork. Yeah, no. She was bullied because she had frizzy hair when she was younger. Frizzy hair. Now, I straightened my hair today, but if you guys have ever seen me before, sometimes I have curly hair, and on really rainy days it gets frizzy, like really curly, crazy. That's why. Good reason, right? To get bullied, frizzy hair. That's a joke. It's not her fault. It's the bully. Not a good enough reason to get bullied. There never is. All right, who knows who that is?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods got bullied. He's a famous golfer, in case you don't know who he is. He got bullied because he is black. That's it. He's different. His skin is darker. Not a good reason. Not his fault. Okay. Next person. I know that's not a very good picture, but who is that? Anybody know? Reese. Eminem. He's a rapper. He got bullied. He got bullied because he did not have enough money. He lived in a trailer growing up. He was poor. So yeah, why not? Let's bully him. He's different. He doesn't have an iPhone like me. He doesn't have money like me, so let's bully him. Not cool. All right. This is like Natalie's favorite. What do you think? Who is that? Taylor Swift, famous singer, country music artist. This is the ironic part. That means it's kind of like weird. She got bullied because she liked country music. How ironic is that? She got bullied because she liked country music, and in her school that was weird. Now, who are the people making these rules that liking country music is weird? That's what I want to know. That being black is bad, that being poor is bad. Who gets to make these rules? I would like to know. No. Next. Vampires. Who is this, Gina? Robert Pattinson. He is an actor for the Twilight movies. They're kind of famous. My daughters have seen them all. They're a little obsessed. He got bullied because he acted like an actor, because he was creative, because he liked doing plays and musicals and all that stuff. So he actually got bullied for what his passion is, what he's good at. Sounds to me like those bullies are a little bit jealous. Next. Back there, yeah. Selena Gomez, also known as Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend, maybe girlfriend, I don't know. Singer, actress. I don't know if they're back together again. She did get bullied for being famous because she was on Disney when she was young, so she got bullied for that. Sounds to me like they're jealous. Miley Cyrus. Sorry, I forgot to ask you who that was. I got excited. She got bullied also for being famous. They actually made an anti-Miley Cyrus club, and they locked her in a bathroom. Not cool. Not her fault. It is not her fault. Okay, if you watched the Summer Olympics, you know who this guy is. Cool? Michael Phelps, probably like the greatest athlete ever, has won the most Olympic gold medals ever, I think. He got bullied for 3 reasons. He has big ears. Hello, you see him? They're huge. So why not bully him for that? He's also tall and skinny. They call that lanky. He got bullied for that. Last and not least, he had a lisp. Sound funny? Yeah, let's bully him. That's different. Not cool. Not his fault. Who gets to say because you have big ears that makes you less? That makes you less than me, so I'm going to bully you. That doesn't make you cool enough. You got big ears. That's weird. I'm going to make you feel bad about that. Like as if he had a choice. Hello. He was born with that. Not his fault. All right. Let's put somebody really important up there. Yeah. Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was called the fat kid in elementary school. Well, guess who's laughing now? Bill. He was the president, right? Not a good enough reason, not his fault. There never is a reason to bully, never. It doesn't matter if you have green hair. It doesn't matter if you're black, if you speak Spanish, if you're tall, if you're short, if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you have freckles, if you have red hair. It doesn't matter. There's absolutely never a reason to make somebody feel bad about who they are. Ever. Ooh. You can't guess who that is, can you? That's me. By the way, my daughters try to convince me to take that picture off. They're like, Mom, you look so nerdy in that picture. I was like, yeah, it's okay. I don't care. So I moved here from Costa Rica in 6th grade. I went to Worthington schools. So 6th grade was still part of the elementary school. First day, in Costa Rica, people are very affectionate. That means they touch each other a lot. They hug. If you see your family, you kiss them on the cheek. That's just the way you say hello. First day of school, I'm thinking, wow, I gotta have good manners. I'm gonna go kiss and hug everybody. I mean, that's what I do back at home, right? By the end of the day, I was being called a slut. Boy, that made me feel real good. I just moved here. I didn't have a single friend. I spoke the language, sort of. I was scared. I was scared of moving to a totally different country. First day slut. Wow, thanks guys. Thanks for the welcome. That made me feel real good. 3 weeks into it, after being told, oh, you must eat monkey meat. That's what they must do in Costa Rica. You probably live in a tree house. Can your parents even read? After being told this for about 3 weeks, I'm out at recess. And Tina, still remember her name, comes over, calls me a really bad word about Spanish people, pushes me to the ground, and proceeds to kick and punch me. Now, this is not that long ago. I know I'm a little old, but this is in Worthington schools. Pretty good school system. Just because I was different. Not my fault. There's never a reason. Right? Okay, myth number 4. So it can happen to anyone. It's not a big deal. Get over it. It makes you tougher anyway. Seriously, why are you even complaining? It happens. Get over it. Toughen up. Truth is, it is a big deal. It was a big deal for me, and I'm sure it was a big deal for anyone who has ever had to experience it. So for those of us who get bullied, it is a big deal for those of us who get bullied, or even if you see bullying, it's a big deal for you. 61% of you said that when you saw bullying or you were bullied, you felt sad, bad, angry, frustrated, confused, scared. Some of you even said worthless. Boy, when I read that word, I had to really take a moment not to cry. Worthless. Why would you want to make anyone feel worthless? Or some other negative emotion. It does not make us tougher. It just hurts. It hurts. Bullying can also cause the following. Number 1, it's a big reason why there's sometimes school shootings. Because whoever was bullied comes back to get even. It is a big deal. Number 2, it causes stress. If you get bullied every day, man, it would stink to come to school knowing that someone's going to treat you badly again. That's a lot of stress. 3, 30% of all suicides are because of bullying. That means someone was so desperate, so sad, that they couldn't, so discouraged, that they had no hope, they couldn't see an end to their problems, that they took their life. You don't get that back. Life is precious. Every single moment of your life is a gift. And those people took it away because of bullying. 30%. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. All these people will die because of bullying. Wow. I mean, seriously, guys. That's a lot. Okay, sit down. Okay, so not only does it affect the people that are bullied, it actually affects the bullies too. So if you're a bully, there's consequences for that. By age 8, if you're considered a bully at the age of 8, you're 6 times more likely to be convicted of a crime. That means they found you guilty. Convicted of a crime by age 24. You're 5 times more likely to end up with serious criminal records by the time you're 30. Now this is no joke, people. Jail is no joke. That's serious. 60% of kids who are considered bullies in middle school, 6th through 9th grade, they've had at least 1 criminal conviction by the time they're 24. And 40% of them have been arrested at least 3 times or more by that age. Dude, no loving in jail. You don't get love there. It is not a place you want to be. Bullies who do it all the time when they get older have a really hard time having positive, good relationships, good marriages, good relationships with their kids. Because it's not going to stop with other people. They're going to keep doing it, and then they'll do it to their families. And not only that, but you're more likely to get diabetes or a heart attack. Weird, right? But it affects your health too. Myth number 5, the cool and popular kids bully because they're cool and popular so they can do it. Actually, anyone can be a bully. Anyone can do it. It can happen to anyone. I'm not proud of this, but when I was 16, I had never had a boyfriend. And back then, I felt like a loser. I thought, well, maybe I'm not pretty. Maybe I'm not cool enough. Maybe I'm not smart enough. How come nobody's asking me out? I'm like 16. Everybody else has had boyfriends already. So my best friend, she had a boyfriend. And I got jealous. I'm not perfect. None of us are. So you know what I did? I'm not proud of this. But I started flirting with him. And I stole him away. And he broke up with my best friend, started dating me. Now I had a boyfriend. Now I felt real good about myself, right? Yeah, for about a day. That's about it. And ever since then, boy, do I feel bad. I still think about that. How could I do that to my best friend? Just because I was insecure and I didn't feel good about myself. But it happens. Happens to anybody. Anyone can bully. Bullies bully because they don't feel very good about themselves. Example right here, right? That's why. It's not your fault if you get bullied. It's the bully. It was my fault. I did it because I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't feel pretty enough. I didn't feel cool enough. And I thought by getting a boyfriend I would. Wrong. Not only did it not help me, I hurt my friend. Bullies don't feel good about themselves. Some kids think that being mean and putting down other people will make them feel better inside. Maybe, for a day. That's it. Then you're going to feel real guilty. Because all of us know what's right and wrong. You'll feel bad. Bullies also bully because they may not know a better way to make friends. And so sometimes if you bully someone and they're scared of you, they'll pretend to be your friend. And they think that bullying makes them popular. They're showing off. Yeah, big tough guy, right? Wrong. You're not tough. You're a coward. Okay, this is a clip from a movie. Some of you may have seen it. I didn't let Natalie see it until she was in 7th grade, so I don't know if you've seen it before. But it's called Mean Girls. It's about bullying with girls. The girl on the cell phone on the right, she's the big popular girl in the school. She's so popular. Everybody loves her. Not. It's fake. Because not only is she the most popular girl in the school, and she's real rich, and she has everything, and she's dating the captain of the football team, but she's also the biggest bully. So it's fake. She's not really popular. Everybody's afraid of her. Nobody wants to be her next victim. So they all just pretend to be really nice. And then that's her little posse to the right, except for the last girl. The last girl wants to be popular. So she starts being really mean to get there. And then, of course, at the end of the movie, she realizes, what was I doing? Because she loses all her friends. And so does the popular girl. Once everybody finds out what she's really like, she loses everything. 6, if you keep quiet and you don't tell anyone, the bullying will stop. Don't tattle, right? Tattling is not cool. That's a myth. It is not going to stop. Bullies want us to keep quiet. They don't want us to tattle. They want us to be scared. Because they know if people find out, they'll lose it. They'll lose everything. They'll lose the power. They'll lose their friends. They'll lose respect. They want you to keep it quiet. That's their trick. That's how they do it. They scare you. They try to intimidate you. They threaten you. If you tell, I'm going to beat you up. Don't fall for it. That's a trick. That's how they keep their power. Don't fall for it. 37 of you told me you've actually stood up to a bully. Boy, did that make me feel good. That's awesome. Wouldn't it be awesome if that was 90% of you? 65 of you told somebody. 34 of you told your parents. 26 of you told your teacher. 10 told your friends. If you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents, talk to a teacher. You don't feel comfortable talking to a teacher, talk to Ms. Hall. You don't feel comfortable talking to Ms. Hall, talk to your neighbor. Talk to someone you trust, but talk. Don't keep it quiet. Tell someone. This is what stops bullies, courage. That cute little old lady with the glasses and the white hair, well, that's Rosa Parks. Talk about having some courage. Boy, I mean, she looks so nice and cute and sweet. She has more courage than probably all of us sitting here. She sat down on a bus in a time in our history where being black was dangerous. You got beaten up, you got killed for it, you got thrown in jail, you got hung. And she stood up for what was right. That's courage. That stopped the bullying. That changed the laws for the buses. Martin Luther King, he gave up his life. Talk about someone who's inspiring, who has courage, and he did it peacefully. Wow. So stand up for his right. Stand up for yourself, stand up for others, stand up with your friends because strength comes in numbers. So I need a couple volunteers. Do you guys, the 4 of you in this table, you, Lio, Jeff. Okay, can you guys go stand over there? Okay, so I would like, Jeff, you're going to stand by yourself. Okay. The rest of you guys are going to stand in front of him. Give yourself about like 5 feet difference. And can you stand sideways, do the other way? Like stand this way? Yeah, stand on the right line. And then Jeff, you go stand over there in that green box, green square. Okay. All right, so let's pretend, we're just pretending for this activity, that Jeff is a bully. Okay? Strength comes in numbers. So Gina is going to face him by herself. So Gina, I want you to just come up a little bit closer. Okay? And then Jeff, I want you to walk towards her and then go around her. Right? So Jeff just bullied her. It was hard for Gina to stand up by herself against Jeff. All right, Jeff, can you go back? Okay. Now, Corbin, can you go and stand next to Gina? Okay, now there's two of them. Jeff, can you walk right through them, right in the middle, just carefully? Right? So it's a little bit harder for him to walk through. There's two of them now, but he still was able to do it. All right, Jeff, go back. Sam, can you go stand next to Corbin and Gina? All right, and can you guys get a little closer? Okay, so Jeff, try to walk through them. You're gonna have to probably go around, right? Yeah, so it's a little bit harder to walk through. Now, can I have the rest of you line up with Gina, Corbin, and Sam? And I want you to lock your arms around each other. Jeff, is this hard having to go through that? Yeah. Strength in numbers. It's going to be real hard for a bully to stand up to that. Strength in numbers. Help each other out. Thank you, guys. You may go back to your seats. Okay, truth number 7. If I'm a bully, it's not a big deal. So what? I get caught. I miss my recess. Whoa, who cares? If it's really bad, I might get suspended. That might actually make me look cool. Yeah, I got suspended. I'm so tough. It is a big deal. It is against the school policy and is not permitted in any form in Olentangy. Not okay. There will be serious consequences for bullying. Not only serious consequences in the schools, but there's actually a law in Ohio against bullying. It got passed in 2007. And then, in this year, November of 2012, just a couple of months ago, they actually included cyberbullying in that law. So if you cyberbullying, you're breaking the law. It's a law. So I called up my friend, Deputy Fred. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a pretty cool guy. Very nice. But he's serious when it comes to bullying. He said, generally speaking, the bullying law is in place for the school. It gives us the authority to investigate and discipline you, give you consequences for bullying. The law says the school can do whatever we want. We can look at your phone. We can do whatever we want, give you whatever consequence we think is right. But he says, once you get to middle school, high school, it ramps up, guys. It's not like elementary school. You're not little kids anymore. Consequences are much more serious. If you do physical bullying, you kick someone, you hit him, you punch him, you knock him down, well, Deputy Fred is going to come talk to you. You threaten them, either in writing, on an iPhone, or with your words, he's going to come talk to you. Or you harass. And if you are involved in any type of activities, you'll get consequences from the school, but you're also going to get consequences from him. You can face criminal charges. Criminal charges. That means criminal charges like they can say you're unruly juvenile, assault, if you hit someone, menacing, that's for threats, telecommunications, that's for cyberbullying. Those are the charges you will get. You could end up getting probation, doing community service, getting a fine, or you can end up in juvie. That's jail for young kids. This is serious. It is a big deal. Okay, so it's okay if I bully people who are different than me. Come on. Especially if they don't speak English, if they have darker skin, or they don't or they don't act like everyone else. They should be just like us. So I'm helping them by bullying them because they're different, because they should be like everybody else. Not okay. This is called discrimination. You bully someone because they're different from you, darker skin, they speak Spanish, they lived in Costa Rica. That's discrimination. It's not okay. We're all different. Every single one of us is different. So who am I to say that Ryan is different? Who makes those rules? We're all different. Some of us can't be the norm or the cool because we're all different. So if you have blonde hair, will you stand up? You're different than me. So for the rest of this presentation, you have to stand up. What if I said that? You're different. You don't have black, cool hair like me. So I don't like you. You're blonde. You're probably dumb blondes, right? Yeah, how does that make you feel? Just because you are different than me. We're all different. Thank you guys for being such good troopers. I didn't mean that about the dumb blondes. You're all human. All of you have fears, joys. You'll get scared. You'll have courage. You'll have friends. You'll have enemies. You're healthy. You get sick. All of us go through the same things, and we're all different. So you have no right to say somebody else is different than me, so I'm going to make him feel bad. Because you're different too. You have no right. All right, so now what? If I'm bullied, what do? Somebody asked me in the survey, can I punch him back? And part of me is like, yeah. I wish I could say that. But no, that's not going to do you any good. Assault, criminal charges, juvie. Consequences. It's not going to do you any good. So, what are the things we can do? You can ask a friend for help, have a signal. Give him that look, like, hey, strength in numbers, come help me out. Hopefully, you won't have to do that and your friends will come help you anyway. Walk away. Tell somebody. Stand up to them with words. We are stronger when we are together. On the table, there's the bully-proofing youth techniques. I think you guys are familiar with these. Basically, what that says is that bullies, and there's like 3 per table, so you guys will have to share. But bullies love attention. They love it when they get a reaction. They love it if you get scared. They love it if you get angry. They love it if you get frustrated. They love that. So you have to take that away from them. Basically, I used to tell Sophia, because she was being bullied. Both my daughters have been bullied before. I used to tell Sophia, pretend like they're dead. Seriously. I mean, this paper says pretend like they're a ghost. It kind of means the same thing. It means you don't see them, you don't acknowledge them, you don't notice them. It's like they're not even there. Don't give them the power. Don't react. Don't react angry. Don't react scared. Don't react frightened. Nothing. Any of you guys play poker? I don't even know how to play poker. But there's something called a poker face, where no one can tell what you're really thinking or feeling. That's what you need. You need that poker face. Okay? I'll be sending this home with all of you guys. Read it carefully. Practice it at home. It talks about just looking relaxed, trying not to look scared, looking above the bully, walk away. They're not worth the time. Don't give him a reaction. There's also a really good website. I'll write it for you guys. It's called stopbullying.gov. It's got some great advice, skits, videos too. What if I like being a bully? Because it does make me feel good. It makes me feel tough. Everybody respects me. It's fake though. I don't want to stop. So I like football. Actually, I like college football more. But my daughters are obsessed with Drew Brees. He's a quarterback. He's won the Super Bowl for the New Orleans Saints, and I want you to see what he says about bullying. love
If you think that making fun of someone is harmless, you're wrong. If you think it's okay to do because everybody else is doing it, you're wrong. Bullying has to stop, and it has to start with you. I want my fans to know that if you're making fun of someone because they're different, then you are no friend of mine. And if you are being bullied and you feel like no one supports you, I want you to know that there is support. I support you. Making fun of someone because they're different from you, that's not being tough. It's being ignorant. Appreciating people for how they are different from you, that's what it takes to be a friend.
Okay? I'm still not convinced. I'm still not going to stop. All right? I'm going to show you a clip. It's pretty hard to watch. It's the men's basketball coach at Rutgers University. Pretty big guy. I mean, if you're coaching college, that's pretty big time. If you're coaching Rutgers men's basketball, that's big time. That's a big job. You're making a lot of money. This guy didn't stop being a bully, and this is what happens when you grow up and you don't stop. Maybe. Yeah.
Rutgers head basketball coach Mike Rice's fiery style has been on public display before. He's getting crossed up. Known for his coaching intensity, Rice was suspended by Rutgers for 3 games last December for his behavior at team practices, with few specific reasons cited by school officials at the time as to why. This is why. This is just some of the video that led to Rice's suspension. Outside the Lines has obtained not only the roughly 30-minute video reviewed by Rutgers officials, but also hundreds of hours of additional footage of Rutgers practices from the 2 seasons prior to this year. There are shots of Rice heaving balls at players, even at their heads, which you can see better here when the tape is slowed down. Have you ever seen a coach do that?
I mean, unbelievable.
Unbelievable, right? This is at a major university, big time basketball. This is the coach. The person that's supposed to inspire you, be your mentor. Where's my microphone? Teach you how to be a man. He didn't. He taught him how to be a bully. This is what happens when you grow up. Now, when I was watching this video, I thought, of course I was furious. I went and punched my pillow like 10 times. Had to get my anger out. I also almost cried. Because boy, my husband he coaches girls basketball, and I couldn't imagine him doing that. And then I thought, what if all those basketball players, usually have like 14 on a team, what if they would have stood in a line, arm to arm, locked arms, and stood up to him? It would have made a difference. The assistant coach ended up standing up to him. No one else had. He was the only one that had the courage. And it made a difference. That guy's been fired. He'll never coach again. Ever. And now the whole world knows what he's like. But what if those players would have had the courage to stand together against them? They would have made the difference. Don't keep quiet. All right. You have the power to choose who you want to be. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think of people who have put you down, who have embarrassed you, who have shamed you, who have hurt you. Okay? Now flush them. That's what I say. Flush them down the toilet. They're gone. Now I want you to think of people who have built you up, encouraged you, supported you, given you a compliment, made you feel good about yourself. You got those? Keep those close to your heart. Okay, open up your eyes. Which side do you want to be on? When people close their eyes, do you want your face on the put down side? Do you want them to look at you? Or do you want your face on the other side? It seems like a simple question, but it's harder to do than you think. Okay, the right side. Let's kind of, lighten this up a little bit. This is what happens when you grow up building up people, encouraging people, and motivating people. This is a clip from John Wooden. He is the best basketball coach ever. He coached at UCLA, has the biggest winning record, best basketball coach ever, but that's not what makes him special. Let's watch. Whoops.
It's kind of hard to talk about Coach Wooden simply because he was a complex man.
I was raised on a small farm in southern Indiana, and Dad would read to us of a night, and he read scriptures and poetry to us. Later on, when I graduated from grade school, he gave me a card and said, "Son, try to live up to this. Be true to yourself, help others, make each day your masterpiece." And the last was, be sure to give thanks for your blessings and pray for guidance every day. And all he said was, "Son, try to live up to these." And people have asked me, "Have you?" And I said, "No." I said, "I'm too imperfect, but I have tried."
He was a teacher, and what he taught about life.
It's been said, you learn from defeat. I say you learn from victory, too. You should be learning all the time.
During his 27 years at UCLA, Coach Wooden developed not just good players, but good people. He produced leaders. He produced champions.
10 championships in 12 years. 7 championships in a row. 38 straight tournament wins. 38 straight tournament wins, 88-game win streak over 4 seasons, the first to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame as a player and a coach.
When you think of Coach, obviously the greatest basketball coach in the history of all of basketball, but more importantly that, just what a person and a role model for everyone. When I think of Coach, I think he stands for goodness.
In life and in everything, there's going to be peaks and valleys.
Sorry, guys.
In life and in everything, there's going to be peaks and valleys. The strength of a person's character depends on their ability to accept both success and failure. You're going to have both.
If he gave you his word, you can take it to the bank. He was the best role model that a young man could possibly have had.
He was more like a parent than a coach. He really was a very selfless and giving human being.
He is not a coach. He is more than a teacher. He really is a genius in his ability to inspire. And I think there are a few giants that walk amongst us, and he is certainly one of them.
He inspires. He wanted to help others. Okay. Coach Wooden was remembered for making you a better person, for helping you? What's your legacy going to be? He was remembered as a man of great character because of the way he treated others. Legacy is how people are going to remember you. How do you want people to remember you in your class? Do you know all of you are going to be together for the next 8 years and then you're going to graduate? I'm going to freak out when you graduate, by the way. You better invite me to your party. I'll leave you my address. Wouldn't it be awesome if they said, boy, this class of 2020, they had each other's backs. Someone was being bullied, made fun of. One of them came up and helped them out. That rocks. They had great friendships with each other. Now, you're not going to be best friends with everybody. That's all right. You can have good friendships. They were so nice. They made a difference at Orange High School. I really look up to them. They inspire me. That would be awesome. Awesome. What if they said that about all of you, about your class? What a legacy you would have. This is my favorite little dude ever. His name is Kid President, and he's going to give us a pep talk about legacies, about being awesome, about being a team.
Years ago, identical twins were separated at birth. While Chris Paul is always ready to get his game face on, Cliff Paul is always ready to get his claim face on. State Farm agents assist you day or night. That's getting to a better state.
Commercials. That was not it, guys.
I think we all need a pep talk. The world needs you to stop being boring. Yeah, you. Boring is easy. Everybody can be boring, but you're gooder than that. Life is not a game, people. Life isn't a cereal either. Well, it is a cereal. And if life is a game, are we all on the same team? I mean, really, right? I'm on your team, be on my team. This is life, people. You got air coming through your nose. You got heartbeat. That means it's time to do something. A poem. Two roads diverged in the woods, and I took the road less traveled. It hurt, man! Really bad. Rocks, thorns, and grass. My pants broke. Wah! Not cool, Robert Frost. But what if they were too fast? I won't be the one that leads to awesome. It's like that dude Journey said, don't stop believing. Unless your dream's stupid. Then you should get a better dream. I think that's how it goes. Get a better dream and keep going. Keep going, keep going, and keep going. Let Michael Jordan have quit. Well, he didn't quit. No, he retired. Yeah, that's he retired. But before that, in high school, what if he had quit when he didn't make the team? He would have never made Space Jam. And I love Space Jam. What will be your Space Jam? What will you create will make the world awesome? Nothing if you keep sitting there. That's why I'm talking to you today. This is your time. This is my time. It's our time. We can make every day better for each other. If we're all on the same team, let's start acting like it. We got work to do. We can cry about it, or we can dance about it. We were made to be awesome. Let's get out there. I don't know everything. I'm just a kid. But I do know this. So everybody's doing to give the world a reason to dance. So get to it. You've just been pep talked. world awesome.
This is your time. Your time to be awesome. To make this world a better place. To do something, to follow your dreams. This is your time. Right now, today. You are getting a second chance. Do you know that does not happen very often? We don't get second chances a lot of times. But you do. Do you know how lucky that is? You get a second chance because you're leaving here and you're going to middle school. And they don't know you there. So your past here is erased. What you've done here is gone. You get to start fresh. Start over. You get to decide who you want to be. Be awesome. Take this chance. You don't get second chances very often. If you have been bullied, this is your chance to start over. Stand up, get help. Do not stay quiet. If you have bullied others, I've done both. I've been bullied and I was a bully. This is your chance to start over. You get a clean slate, a do-over. Let it go. Feel bad about it, but change. Let it go. This is your chance to start over. Build people up. Don't tear them down. If you have seen bullying, this is your chance. Strength in numbers. Be courageous. Stand up. Stop. And help. Be awesome. If you do so, I promise you, this will increase your self-esteem, how good you feel about yourself. I promise, 100% I can guarantee it if you do this. You will feel pride, you will feel peace, and you will get the best satisfaction of knowing you did something really hard and you succeeded. Last but not least, some of you might know, some of you might not know, there was a bombing at the Boston Marathon. This is Martin. He was 8 years old. Martin Richard, 2nd grade. He had found out about a black boy, young 16-year-old boy getting killed. Pretty much because he was black. Martin did not like this. Martin was so upset, he went and talked to his teacher. And he said, I want to make this poster. His poster says, no more hurting people. No more hurting. No more hurting people. Peace. Now Martin is gone. He died because someone didn't follow what he said on his poster about no more hurting people. So my challenge to you is, can we honor Martin? Can we honor his wish and his legacy, what he's remembered for, and honor him with your words, with your actions, and with your choices? Be awesome for Martin. And if not for Martin, for yourself. And no more hurting people. Thanks.